Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, May 6th, and a bunch of release notes has been released. There's going to be some new premium random events. 5 new events have been added for premium subscribers. Yes. Some people have been saying that it's something with maps, Space Fairy hand you some books. So that's interesting. Daily ad rewards, of course, as we've seen earlier. Site lag. Site speed decreased overall around mid-April. We have turned this around as far as a couple of specific sources we uncovered with data storage. Yes, that actually does happen. That happens in my work too. Yeah, then where they're like do this big clean out and then they try to make people adhere to storage guidelines. That doesn't happen. And the cycle continues over and over again. Premium perk Space Fairy Challenger. So if you want to beat up on Space Fairy, you do have your chance. You don't have to try to get a rare item code from her. I saw someone on Neopets Nation with a bunch of codes, but this takes care of that. Wearable fixes. Yes, TNT has been quite busy making fixes to both color combos and wearables and HTML5 views. We've been tracking dozens of items fixed here in our wardrobe, and TNT has listed most of them in this update. Wow. There are now under 2,000 wearables needing to be converted, less than 8% of the currently 24,995 wearables available. I just think that number is absolutely insane how many there are out there. Just because it's like, and I don't know if you see me every day doing this, I probably maybe use 10 different ones. And there's 25,000 of them. I wonder at 25,000 if they're gonna do something special, like maybe have glasses that have 25,000 or, a shirt that says, "I was around for 25,000 wearables." Something like that. That's a pretty big number of wearables that they've created. And over here, we got Hissy Day Roundup. Yeah, burlap. Yeah, yeah, stuffing's coming out of them. That kinda sucks. I mean, I don't remember all the other burlap colors, but, looks pretty beat up. I'm not sure about that one. Mystical outfit. All right, we got some backgrounds. Yeah, that might work for this one. Here, we got that. Hizzy goes with that. Plushies. Oh, and a new capsule, of course. And I mentioned yesterday that people are getting a little burnt out with how many there are available. I think that's just normal. There's just so much stuff. You think 25,000 wearables and then just how much stuff is in the NC mall all the time that I saw. And like, geez, I don't know how people afford it. And the truth is, people are getting to the point where they can't. It's the economy. I tell you, it's the economy. Do you get tariffed on your NC mall purchases? I don't know. No, maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I don't. Yeah, who knows? But interesting. I'm at 196. Oh, well, 196 million. I was about to say thousand. I'm like, that's not right at all. Not right. But yeah, it's just, and that's my point. Like, without really even trying, I know I'm premiums and then I get the Nerg mids and all that stuff. But outside of, and Super Shop Wizard, which has been a great help. But you think about that, if you want to make Neo points, it really isn't all that difficult. And I guarantee you, I could have done just a little slightly worse if I was not premium, just slightly worse. Because I think I know back then when I didn't have Super Shot Wizard, I would just you just refresh over and over and over again. The bad part is you have to beat out people, but here's the thing: you don't have to go for the thing and item that the things that are in demand. Right, so like where people might fight each other in battle magic, I'm gonna be there in the bakery. Right, there's no change for me in the bakery. So grinding away, making Neo points, people can fight other places, but that is a great way to just make easy money because people still do quests, and you need food from there. There's plenty of ways to still make money on Neopets. It just really depends on how much you really want it. I mean, people sit there and trade all day. I don't want to do that. That sounds awful. Like the thought of like trying to, I don't want to say nickel and dime, but trying to wheel and deal, try to get, just a couple more Neo points. And I know it's not just a couple. Some people get like millions, thousands on trades, but I don't want to do that. That seems awful dealing with another person and trying to like get as much Neo points as you can out of them. I don't like that. It feels, I don't want to say slimy. It's not slimy. Just, oh, here's the thing. When you go to other countries, you haggle with people if it seems like So when I go to another country, if they give me what I think is a fair deal, I will buy it. If they throw out some ridiculous number thinking I'm gonna haggle them down, I am not. I'm just gonna walk away. That's how I've always been. I'm not going to just deal with that. Like, let's just be respectful to each other and do that. But I mean, it's some people's cultures. It's in my culture. My culture does that. Like where you're supposed to literally haggle. And you know what? I've been Americanized. I can't do that. You either treat me fairly or I'm taking a walk. That's how it goes. So it's kind of like the same thing about here with the trading. It's like just give me a good deal. I know you're trying to make Neo points. I'm trying to get an item. There's we could just do that, right? We could go back. I don't need to go that back and forth. It puts me off. Let's see. TNPT. There we go. 1,000 for you, buddy. Use the money wisely. I did not play Food Club yesterday, just so you know. I'm just pressing the button because I ran out of time yesterday and I assumed I did, but I didn't. And the Fairy Employment Agency updated. Okay. Okay. 0 out of 10. I got lucky. I've been on a really good luck streak of avoiding horrible things happening. So I messed up my wait, what? I messed up my own bets, but the table and string are correct. I just hope the Orvin bet doesn't come through. Doggo with the little bandana. I like that. 32, 18, 26, 18. Okay. All right. Let's see if I play it today. Yeah. So basically, I turned off the video yesterday. I had to go do things, yada, yada, yada. I came back and it was already over. It's like the food club. Yada, yada, yada is in many hours later. And I'm like, oh, food club. I looked over and I'm like, the screen with the bets. They were still sitting there, and that is my sign that I did not do it, and realistically, I didn't. That was a little sad, but not losing is always a good thing too, because we had two good days in a row. It was in the 50s, and then a straight loss, so that is sad. But I dodged a bullet. It could have been worse. It could have been the other way around, where it was 3 wins in a row of 50 plus. Uh, snowballs, snowballs. I don't want no snowballs. But yeah, it's more premium perks for people out there. I don't know if I fought this. I highly doubt that I fought the Space Fairy on this account. So that's a plus. I could just hit her and then get whatever she gives me. Is it like an avatar? Something like that. And then I could get that one and move on with my life and never see her again. Oh my god, plushies. Limited edition. All right. I wish, you know what that scratch card could use? Instead of that plushie, it should be from all the pool of plushies. Then it's more useful instead of getting the same plushie over and over and over again. That's where's my plushie anyways? It's not this. Wait, what? I got the snowballs. Where'd my plushie go? All right, never mind. I must have dreamt that I got a plushie. I must have got a plushie or something because it's not here. Unless it just got stolen. Literally just got stolen. I don't know. Not there. Because a campfire. I got a scary tree stamp the other day. And I'm like, man, they really took that down. That used to be like a giant prize, and then they gave it out as just in some kind of a contest. I don't want to say it's not better than you. Was it mystery picture? Something like that. They gave it out, and now they're just giving it here. So they devalued that so quickly. It's insane how quick they devalued that. All right, we go shop wizard. Accept today's quest. Let's go. Don't get fairy queen show up. Fairy queen, fairy queen, fairy queen, fairy queen. Give me anything. It's refresh. It's taking a while. Okay, what do we got? We got defense. I do need some defense, but I do got this boon. So I will say I should really take this, but I got a boon and I feel like I should use it. Because why get a boon and not use it, right? Like maybe I'll get some, maybe I'll get something better. Maybe I'll get something better. I'm just gonna go with this one that says 1,000. Seems okay to me. It could be a lot less, but you know what? I go for it. Send. Oh, is this the Pocket? Yes. Yes, Pocket. I'm a genius. I'm like 3 for 3. Okay, give her the item. Give her the item. Please be like something good. Defense. It doesn't even matter. I got this. All right. Well, Trudy, here we go. Some Trudy. The lag is better. The site is improving. We're just missing an entire plot at this point. Do you wouldn't that be crazy one day you just come on the Neopets and everything is not great anymore? You know, they just do that and they go, "Well, the plot is over. Let's just here's your prize shop. Collect your points. We'll just give you like 10,000 extra points. There you go. We don't want to do it anymore." We were just joking when we said we wanted to have a plot. Dude, it didn't register yet. Give me my prize. See, this is what I think this is what happened though. Those times that I used the streak saver where I pressed it, I thought it registered, but it didn't. Like right now, it's not registering. So I just hit refresh because it is stuck and I need to do it again. They're not gonna rip me off out of my streak. Yeah, see, I get to play again. So much fun, you get to do it twice. All right, what do I win this time? Same exact thing. All right, there we go. It finally registered. Come back tomorrow for more prizes. I did it. I did it, everybody. But yeah, not much going on Neopets, which is pretty nice. I say that because, other than those other days where, people upset, things and all that, it's nice when you get a day where there's not really much happening. It's just same old, same old. Things happen and we just move on with our lives. Moving on. By the way, oh wait, I'm not gonna fight her. I want my bubbling fungus, and then I'll go fight her once at the end of this. See if I get whatever I'm gonna get from her. Space Fairy. Yeah, I haven't had too much time on Neopets lately. I've just been busy working, busy doing many other things. So hopefully you've had the same amount of stuff. Outdoor Cup. I'm excited for that this year. I'm gonna put my best foot forward, which is probably just gonna be playing like 3 games and then quitting. So we should see how that one goes. I really want to do it where I just see how long I can play. I just, but I honestly know how that's gonna turn out, which is literally what I just said. I'm gonna play 3 games and give up, and then I'm gonna attempt to play it on my phone. Oh no, I'm not. I already know what I'm gonna do. It has nothing to do with Neopets whatsoever. So there's this. This sounds really, really stupid, but this this is what I'm gonna do. I okay. How do I describe this? So for anybody that doesn't know about, if you know about casinos, you already know where I'm going with this, but some people don't. All right, so in a casino, you have slot machines, right? But you have other games. You have table games. You have video poker, and I'm a video poker person. I've showed before on here that I got a royal flush, which is awesome. I got it at like 1 in the morning. So the thing is, I've figured out there's this local casino near here, and it was actually the one I went to with my sister to the Kentucky Derby. They have an online app, and when you go to a casino, they have tiers, right? Like the low tier all the way through a 5 up. You have to go. There's 5 up to the top. One of the things that casinos normally do is they make how you get points based on the game you play. So normally you get the most points from slots because you're going to lose the most amount of money. What is going on here is this casino, for whatever reason, they made the video poker equal the slots. So you make for every $12 that you spend, you get a point. And to level up to the next tier, you have to spend you have to spend 100 or $12,000. Yeah, I think I did the math right. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, let me do this. 12. Oh, shoot. Fudge. Fair Employment Agency updated. And I'm staring at this job and I didn't hit it because I'm sitting here thinking about, yeah, 12,000. You have to spend $12,000 to get to the next tier. Okay, but video poker on on this casino app, they give you the best version of it, which is 99.54% of of your money is going to come back to you. 99.54. In normal casinos, you'll find it for like 96, 95, something like that. But they charge you at the higher price. Normally it's $25 for 1 point. For whatever reason, this one does 12, which means this is kind of like some kind of glaring hole that they left. So that for me, if I wanted to play this in the most minimal way possible, you play 10 cents a hand, which means you have to play 120,000 hands of video poker to get to the next level. And I have 1 year to actually do that. I was sitting there and I'm at 20% so far. 20% of the way when it comes to my points, and I'm like, holy crap, I can do this. I can actually do it. And when you get to the next levels, it's pretty crazy how much the stuff they give you. And I'm like, if I could just sit here, just play this is going to be interesting. So theoretically, I asked Grok how much it would actually cost to get up to the next level. He said it would take about 55 dollars. In theory, I would lose about $55 and 200 hours of my life is what is required for this. So instead of doing the Altador Cup, long story short, instead of doing the Altador Cup, I'm gonna be on a long quest to video poker to see if I could level up. Yeah, I know I could just spend 12,000. I can increase the bet to like higher 50 cents, $1, something like that. But I think this is gonna be more interesting as a challenge just to do. And I love video poker. So it gets a little bit of practice in. Back when I was little, I had this casino simulator where I would just sit there and play, like just try to figure out all the different strategies and all that stuff. Um, like you could try the roulette and like all this different math and all that stuff. But video poker was always it for me, and it is long, it is boring. There's not much that happens. I feel bad that my wife has to watch me and I don't even play it when she's around anymore. Like if I go to the casino, that's where I'll just be sitting but I don't need to anymore. I just play it on my phone. It's pretty awesome. I would sit there and I get free drinks. People, like the waitresses would come by as long as you were playing, you'd get a free drink, and there you go, get a free drink. But obviously, you shouldn't take the free drink because they're trying to make sure that you mess up because you're drinking. That is not what you want to do. Play game customize. Yeah, that's gonna be my goal. Is try to hit the next level with the minimal amount of money possible. I just think it'd be fun. Like just the thing that I'm sitting on my couch doing this at 10 cents at a time, where other people are like gambling this crazy amounts of money. You should see the prizes though. Like the third tier up, they give you a cruise, access to VIP lounges and all this other stuff. I'm like, man, that'd be pretty nuts. And just think about it, me sitting on my couch at 10 cents a time. It might take a really long time to do it, but I just think it's kind of funny that I would be able to get in there because I was doing a lot of 10-cent bets. And the reason for the 10-cent bets is because over time, the more and more you play of it, the better your chances are. You're going to lose over time, but it smooths out the whole variance, the volatility. So it's oh, the Aranu bean. Lame. I really wish I knew if you put a duplicate on if it's gonna work or not. And I don't know for sure if that actually works out this way. This bead, by the way, I saw it earlier this morning. I saw people putting in for 3.5, but there's some that are sitting here at 3. Right, here's two. It closed 2.6. Yeah, I still don't understand why people bid on this. Look, it's like 3 million here, 3.5 million here. When you have other people selling it for, unless these are just like fire sales. So for me, I'm gonna put it at 3 million. I'll keep putting it over and over again at 3 million. I think that seems fine to me. I'm happy with that. I mean, crap. Like to get an item 2500. Oh, look at those commas in action. I actually love that. 500. That is beautiful. One of the best enhancements that they've done. Adding commas. I don't know if this is gonna work because people are working, go to school or something like that, but I'm gonna put it for 3 hours. I'll check in later. Yeah, yeah. I love the commas. It's amazing how much that makes a difference. How much that, but I know still people make errors with it. Some people hit enter on accident. It still happens. History day, auction genie. I think that is everything. Wow. Wow. I say that like I finished quickly. I thought I finished quickly, but it's this video is 20 minutes long. All right, let's get general discussion. Let's see. Accountability board. I gotta know. What are you doing today? Do you need encouragement? I have a lot, so I need this board. Teach 2 classes, write 3 chapter summaries, grocery, laundry, remove nails. Remember to eat something. 1 class taught, 1 chapter summary written. Jeez. We got a teacher over here working hard. I guess someone has to be accountable on a Friday, and it's just me. Oh, look, this is from April 25th. Jeez. Now I'm fighting for my life, but I will strive to be the person you think I am. I made it through work. I finished one commit. Wow, look at all these people doing stuff. What am I doing? I've been pushing past 80 female in my lab with 50%, 50 to 60%. Oh. I said 80 female. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry. And then you're like, I'm an 80-year-old female in my lab with 50 to 60% humidity. All right, got it. HVAC. Because I mean, at 80 years old with 50 to 60% humidity might be pretty awful. Okay. Oh, have fun with that froyo. All right, I've lost track of this. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Let's see. The bargains. Who here is still boycotting NC and Premium? Responsibility fatigue. How about that? Let's go with that one. Do you feel it? Yes. What are you dodging, huh? That's what I really want to know. What responsibility are you dodging? Oh, I had a dream the other night. It was another one of those college ones. I freaking hate it. I was sitting in a test again, and I had no idea. And all these people are finishing around me, and I was just the last person left in the room because I knew I am totally screwed. Did you ever get to a test and there's like a problem right in front of you? You just have no idea. Like as in, they're the ones that are the worst. They're the ones where it's not multiple choice. Like you actually have to write or solve a problem. It's like right there. So think of math. For me, it was engineering. I have an electrical engineering degree, so I remember those days where you're just staring at this problem. You have no idea. You have no idea what to write, and you just didn't even want to be there because you don't want to turn in a paper with just a blank spot for an answer. It's just awful feeling. And I got one of those dreams the other day, and I'm like, wow, okay. I don't know what my I just so college days still haunt me. Some of those classes were pretty dang awful. I remember it too. Like when we had our engineering classes, when we got to the 300 levels. So basically, electrical engineering, they try to weed people out at the 200 level. Yeah, so if the calculuses don't finish you off, the 200 levels are supposed to knock you out. So for they say every year that in electrical engineering, they lose like 50% of the students. So, and then even at the 3rd year, the teacher apologized because they're like, we're still weeding people out. This is how the college is set up. They weed people out even at the 300 level. So by the 400 level, it's smooth sailing from there. But you lost like 80% of your class that started out with you. People just kind of disappear. You don't know where they went. Yeah, it's sad. I think not to say that everybody should do it. Maybe they couldn't handle it, but at the same time, it's even the teachers just thought it was ridiculous that they try to weed people out. that far in. I mean, you're 3 years, you'll be your third year in, and they're still trying to get rid of you. Maybe and I don't know why. Maybe they just want to be sure they're sending quality people out into the world. I don't know. Like to me, it's like if they can do it, why are you trying to purposely try to get rid of people? Like make it harder on their life. Yeah, it was just bad. And why I say that is because the average on the test on at that 300 level was in the 50%. I remember I had one of the highest grades in the class on that test, and I had like a 40 on that test. I'm like, the heck is that? So yeah, that's how hard it was. That was how hard it is. But I made it. I survived. I got my degree. Living the dream, It's yeah, living the dream. I get nightmares from it still to this day. Man, I really wonder if that's what it is. I never really thought about it until now. Just talking this out. This is crazy. Thinking about it, yeah, it's just the amount of stress that they put us through back then. It was insane. Mm. Dodging responsibility. I remember like just going to the store and being like, I need a scratch card. Maybe I'll win this 1,000 a week for life thing. And then I don't have to do this no more. I don't. And people are like, you can't live off that. And I'm like, I guarantee you I can. You know why? Because I've been through these classes and I've been through whatever I went through in childhood. And I will tell you, I will make that 1,000 per week last. I can do it. I know how. I've budgeted. I live a quiet life. If you look at me now, nothing but white shirts and sweatpants since I work from home. Yeah, I can definitely survive off 1,000 a week for life. Our underwear plural, as in no singular form. Underwear, underwears. Where are my underwear? Where is my underwear? Where are I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna go with that. And that is where we are going to end for today. I will see you all later. Hopefully your dreams are a lot better than mine and you are not haunted by your past. I'll see you later. Bye.